Most slavery in Islamic civilization is domestic slavery. Basically, people who are like, maids and like nannies and things like that. They're not in a huge number concentrated in one area where you're afraid of them rising up. So the nature of slavery in the Caribbean and the New World it shapes the brutality. It shapes the brutality. Now, okay, so the reason I bring that up is that one of the causes of the abolition movement in the North Atlantic is this violence. It's just unbelievable. People see it and they're shocked. They're in shock, And the second thing is it's racially based. So it's, in Islamic civilization, probably the largest number of slaves, it's hard to tell, were probably Slavic, right? But you can
say Slavic. You mean white people? You mean white?
Yeah, like people from the steppes from Russia, basically what Eastern Europe and Russia area, right? So, there are slaves who are like African, European, Slavic, Turkic, Persian, Indian, Southeast Asian, whatever, you name it. So slavery is not tied to race. In fact, in most of human history, slavery is not tied to how you look. Mm-hmm. It's not based on us categorizing you as one racial group or another. In America, it was. In the Americas, it was. Except for Brazil, but everywhere else it was based on race. Mm-hmm. And it was based on the idea that this race, Africans, Black people, are lesser than us, and that's why it's okay to do this to them. They're not really humans like us. They're not like us. And that justifies it for a lot of people. But for a lot of people, especially intelligent people, they're like, that's not really a good argument. Like I've met African people, they're just as smart as me. I don't understand what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. So it's the justification is absurd. The violence is unbelievable and shocking. And now you also have the capacity to think this is no longer an economic necessity. So those factors together create the abolitionist movement.
That's fascinating because there's a combination of factors there. But very, very helpful.